Okay, so this might be a controversial video, and my opinion might be quite controversial, but I want to be honest. But I might delete this video eventually. Okay, so if you're watching and this is still up, because I might get a little bit too personal. So, a lot of men, I think we struggle with lust, and we have all these fantasies of all these things that we want to do with this woman or that woman or whatever. And I want to share with you a story that of something that a guy told me that has stuck with me to this day, right? Now, before I get into that story, there's two ways to go about lust. And what a lot of people do is the restriction, right? What the monks do. They go and they reject everything. They take themselves out of the market and they don't date anymore. They don't have sex with women anymore. And eventually, after I don't know how long, you can suppress those feelings and it goes away. And now it's as if you're controlling your lust, right? Because you don't have it in you anymore. But then I do believe there's the other path. There's the Dan Bilzerian path, which is doing it so much that you don't care about it anymore. Because if you think about it, at the end of the day, all of these lusts, these fantasies, right? Like it's wishing that you could do this thing, you could do that thing with that girl, with whatever. But the thing is that once you do many of these things, and you've been with this girl and that girl and that girl, what you start to realize is that it's kind of always the same, and each time it's like less and less satisfactory. Like it gives you less satisfaction, I mean. And what a friend told me many years ago, which I found so funny, he coined this thing of you have to get it out of your system. Because we were talking about this thing, like how much lust occupies your brain. Like all these thoughts that we constantly have, and you go to the gym and you see this girl, and you're at home on Instagram and you see that girl, and you have like this thing that very often it's very distracting, and you're constantly fantasizing about this and that, and it takes you away from the things that you should be doing. It's actually a very, very, very big distraction. And his approach, he told me, was the complete opposite. For I don't know how many years, what he did was just like go out, and he traveled all over the world. He slept with I don't even know how many women. And that's how he got, like he said, that you reach a point in which you got it out of your system, right? And we were talking about this because I didn't know the exact term, but I was describing to him something similar. That's why I'm saying it's kind of personal, because at some point in my life, I slept around a lot, which a lot of people are going to disagree with this take as well, because we have I don't know if it's the red pill community or black pill community. I have no idea, okay? But there's this group of guys online who say like, no, you should not, and you're taking the energy from the people you're sleeping with, and if you slept with 10, it's actually 1,000. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure I bite any of that, all of those things. I don't think it's that big of a deal, if I'm being completely honest. At least for now. Maybe I'll change my opinion in the future. But I did that. I slept around a lot with more women that I could count. And honestly, there's a part of me that's really happy that I did that, because now I got to a point that I actually don't really care anymore. And I am happy. I am peaceful. I'm not thinking about it. I've done most of the things that I wanted to do. Like people always say like, no, you can never reach a point in which you're satisfied. No, yeah, I reached it. I'm happy. Maybe I'm built different, because this has happened to me many times in my life in other areas. So for example, with my body, when I look at myself, I'm like, yeah, I'm happy. Like, yeah, maybe this little thing I would say, but I'm happy, honestly, with my physique. I'm very, very happy. Same thing, like there's been points in my life when I wanted to start a business and I was like, I want to reach this goal, like this amount of money per day. I reached it and I was like, yeah, I'm happy. So I don't know, maybe I'm built different, but it's something that I talked with that friend of mine, and that's actually how he did it. Like he was with I don't know how many hundreds of women or thousands, and eventually once he got rid of that, then he found that special woman. He got married, and which is also really good, because you also learn a lot about what kind of girls you like. You learn on how to read women like really quickly. You can meet someone and then like within seconds know if you like it, if you don't like it. You can spot red flags, all of that stuff. And then you know that if you're with that girl, it's because you actually like her. It's not just lust, and which is important for sure, sexual attraction. I'm not saying that if you do this, you're gonna get rid of your sexual attraction and impulses and all of that, but you will know that there's gonna be other big factors that you're attracted to. So again, this advice might not apply to everybody. It might be controversial, whatever it is. But for me personally, it was very helpful. The thing is that some people, for some people, it takes longer than others. I know some people that they're still stuck, like they're still sleeping around a lot with a lot of women, and they don't get tired and they want more and more and more and more. For me, honestly, it was just like a few months at most. I think it was a year of doing that. I remember like when I was young and I started to go out partying for the first time. Honestly, it took me like 2 or 3 months to realize like this is stupid. I don't like, I'm going out and I'm getting drunk, and then the next day I feel horrible. Like it didn't take me that many iterations to go like there's people who go like 10 years, 20 years, 30 years partying until they realize like, oh yeah, I don't, I'm done with this. So maybe I'm different, but yeah, some people it might take them a few months, some other people a few years, some other people decades. But it's just an alternative. I just wanted to record this video because it's a different way to analyze it, and it's something that no one else is talking about online. So I just wanted to chip in and give you my view, which might be controversial, but I do believe it is valid. Now you might have some spiritual reasons as to why you think that is not a good idea, and I might even agree with you, but because lately I've been getting a lot into very spiritual topics and all of that, but still, it's been helpful to me. Some part of me actually is really glad that this thing happened. So anyways, that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about this topic. I would love to read your replies. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, leave me a like, and hopefully I will see you on the next video. Take care. Peace.